listen, whenever that intro comes on, oh God, I gotta move like this. What's up, y'all? This is A&N on R&B. I am Nika LaDean, the beauty on the scene, and I am here with my brother.
Nah, it's the romantic.
Yes, indeed, and we are 2/3 of the trio of A&N on R&B. Looks like my brother is joining us right now, Big A. Big A, can you hear us? Shout out to everybody who is watching right now. We are grateful for you, man. Listen, when I say that A&N on R&B would be nothing without our viewers, without our followers, without those who have subscribed to us. We talk about Thanksgiving. We are grateful for you. We appreciate you. And we love this support. So thank you so much. And we have got to give a huge shout out to A&N on R&B, which is brought to you by Heritage Hip Hop. Heritage Hip Hop.
As I say, I keep telling you, wherever there's social media, there is Heritage Hip Hop. I've been telling you for years. And now, Heritage Hip Hop has brought to you A&N on R&B. So check us out.
Yes.
YouTube right now, Instagram Live, Facebook coming soon.
Yeah.
We everywhere.
We are everywhere. We are A&N on R&B, but Heritage Hip Hop. We would not be anything if it wasn't for Heritage Hip Hop. So we are great. We owe so much gratitude to Karev from Heritage Hip Hop for putting this together and for making this what it is. To everybody who has not received the link, shout out to you, but I'm about to send this link to you right now so you can be in on this good. You know what I mean? Yes, indeed. So let's talk about this week. What has happened in the past week since we have not been together? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Singer Irene Cara unfortunately passed at the age of 65.
Man, listen. She passed the day after Thanksgiving, too. Passed away the day after Thanksgiving. I gotta admit, I have always seen her and thought she was just absolutely gorgeous. Like, yes. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
So, shout out to her family. We have you in our prayers. All bereaved families, in fact. So, anybody who doesn't know who Irene Cara is, Irene Cara was from the movie Fame. She was the singer, the Fame, and let's not forget what a feeling. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. So, goes to show how old I am. That song "What a Feeling" came out the year I was born, I believe. I think that song came out the year I was born. Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong about that. I might be a little bit younger than that song, but
I think she won an award for that song too.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And let's not forget, it was an Oscar and a Grammy. Wasn't she an Oscar and a Grammy winner?
I think so. I think for like 2 songs in the same year, right?
Absolutely. And for anybody who doesn't know, she was the star of the movie Sparkle. Yeah. Came out in 1976. So Sparkle, the first Sparkle that came out, Irene Cara was Sparkle. So you have seen her. You may not have known that you saw her, but you did see her.
Yeah.
But and yes, absolutely. R.I.P. Irene Cara. Man, listen. It's funny. I was talking to somebody one day, and they said their 2-year-old niece said, "Lord have mercy, folks leaving this world." I'm like, at 2, what do you know about Lord have mercy?
Problem, man.
Right. What do you know about?
Out of the mouths of babes, man.
Right. Out of the mouths of babes. So yeah. All right, Big A, can you hear us? Are you there? Our brother, Big A, are you in the building? Can you hear us? I think my brother is frozen.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, can you hear us?
I heard, yes.
I think he said it pretty quickly, right?
I can hear you.
Yay!
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Yes!
I can hear
Look
you.
at God. Won't he do it? Oh, Shatta. Hey. Okay. Let me stop. Let me stop being funny for a second. So, one of the things that we were talking about was, Irene Cara passing away. And it's kind of like for me thinking about it gives me a little bit of nostalgia. But one of the other things that I learned this week, which like brought so much joy to my heart and soul, speaking of nostalgia, and like I said, rest in peace, Irene Cara. Thank you for all that you did to contribute to Black history and just the phenom of music that you created. Thank you so much. But keeping up with nostalgia, I have got to say, you remember last week we were talking about Anita Baker going on tour, right? Did y'all hear who was going on tour with her?
Tell me.
Babyface. Babyface, y'all, the one and only Babyface. And it's funny, I was just having a conversation with my cousin about all of the stuff that Babyface did, and all the songs that he wrote and produced, that people had no idea that Babyface was behind the music. Like, we begin to rock. Yeah, that was Babyface. Oh, Babyface. I'm telling you, this man is responsible for how many babies being born in the 80s and the 90s?
Wow. 2-3 generations.
Yes. Generations of babies. Just babies. Yeah, babies on babies. Just everybody popping out babies. Right. Everybody get a little bit of a baby from Babyface. That's why they call him Babyface. Actually, he's known as the tender lover. So yeah, Anita Baker and Babyface going on tour. Listen. Whoo, yeah. Somebody getting if you old, then you gonna reminisce about when you got pregnant from those songs. But if you young and you go to this show, make sure you using some prophylactics. Make sure you taking whatever it is that you want to take, unless you actually want a baby, because you might pop up pregnant after that show. Especially when Anita. Yeah, Anita hit them with all my heart. I love you, baby. Listen, it's about to be some babies, some whole babies being born. Y'all don't understand. So yeah, shout out to Anita Baker and Babyface going on tour. Yeah. Anita Baker and Babyface going on tour. I don't know what is going on with my brother's screen right now, but hopefully we can get him back soon, because listen, bro, we need you in the building because we need to talk about these smell goods. But in the meantime, speaking of Babyface, I am aware that he discovered a very, 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 very marvelous singer, right? This guy named John B. Oh yeah.
Which brings me to the wasted potential.
Yes, indeed.
Right. The song is called "Now I'm With You," off John B's 2001 album "Pleasures You Like." I think that was the second album, right? Sophomore album.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. The song is I would say it's a song is about a man that's is living in a perpetual honeymoon phase with his woman. Like, cause the song starts off like, it's been 7 years since I've known you, girl. 11 years has been my whole wide world, and that still hasn't changed for me. You know what I'm saying? So that is an amazing, wonderful type of love.
Yes.
Still have that type of feeling, because like, he says in this song that he's like, even his day isn't complete until he's with her. I mean, John B, he really puts it down on this one. I think that's a good listen, man. Like, that's one of the, remember, I think we talked about like it, having like a top 5 like get down type songs, like That would, like that's one of the songs right there. Now that I'm with you, because even says in the song, I want my seeds with you. You want them babies with him.
Listen. It's John B has always had a way of doing it up when it comes to like the ballads and the love songs. And y'all gotta forgive me because I had to take my headphones off for a second, but John B has always had a way of doing it up with the ballads. And so I hadn't heard this song until you introduced me to it. Yeah. But I'm glad you introduced me to this song because this is going on Nika's bedroom playlist. Now the question is, do I use Nika's bedroom playlist for sleeping or do I use it for other things? Right now it's just for sleeping. So yeah.
Wonder what the good dreams at night, right?
I want some sweet dreams at night. That's
when you got that reality. There you go.
Right hey. Right coming straight from Nas the Romantic. Coming straight from Nas the Romantic. You know, it's funny because he had Someone to Love, you know, with Babyface.
Yeah.
Oh, like John B's ballads. It's so okay. And you know something, I know we're talking about like wasted potential, but the song that they did put out outside of the one that you just mentioned is Pretty Girl. And a lot of people don't even like pay attention to the words of that song where he's like, hey pretty girl, can I be your man tonight? And then he's like, hey pretty mama, can I sleep with you tonight? So John B is always making some
slip of the word.
Hey, listen.
He said, I want in.
He said, look, well, I ain't even gonna sugarcoat this. Let me just straight up ask. Yep. And then he says, hey pretty girl, when you come to my world, I'll make it come through the night. I was like, did he just say what I think he said? This song is not along the lines of that, but it gives you that same feeling of belonging and wanting and being in this super duper romantic relationship.
Right.
You know.
Right. Yeah. Like, okay, we get in the songs, right? It's about it like like I said, I love a good ballad, so it's about that's been almost a theme of very wasted potential so far. But do you think in actual real life that you can have a love as strong as that?
Ooh, that's a loaded question. And the reason why I say that is because you're talking to someone who is in the dating game right now and is getting, if I'm being honest, utterly frustrated in the dating game because I don't feel, and this is just me, I haven't met anybody yet who feels the way or how do I say this? I haven't met anybody who makes me feel the way that John B talks about in that song. Like I haven't met anybody who, you know, everybody is such a rush. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's in it for the long haul. There's no longevity, you know? And
first
so
trouble, I'm out.
Yeah, first sign of trouble. Or sometimes it's just there's no, like I've noticed, and this is something that I've noticed in the dating game, and I know this is kind of, it's on subject, but it's not, it's off subject too, is that I've noticed that there's no chase anymore. There's no chase. Everybody believes in this microwave instant gratification kind of romance, and that's not how it's supposed to happen for me. I'm very much old school. I'm one of those people where it's like, nah, like I want that old school kind of love. Sorry, y'all. I had to wipe my screen. So I don't know what happened to my screen just then, but everybody, nobody wants that romantic, take our time, do it right love. Everybody wants instant gratification, and for me, it's like I don't want to oblige you in some of the things that, or I can't compromise my soul. First of all, that's the biggest thing for me. It's like I'm not going to compromise my soul
Right.
for somebody that might not be in it for the long haul for me. So
Right.
that's the biggest thing for me. Or I can't compromise my soul at all, if I'm being real. But
Right.
I definitely don't want it to be one of those things where, I think you're telling me the right thing, and then come to find out you are, you just got me going through the motions. I don't want to be in another predicament where I am struggling to figure out where I stand with somebody, if somebody likes me or not. And so for you, like the question that you asked was, is that still possible this day and age? Pretty much. Like, do
Right.
you think it is feasible to have that type of relationship 7 years out? I think it is. I have seen people in it for the long haul. I haven't had that. Like, I haven't had that.
Hey, same here.
I haven't had that. Like, and I'm gonna be honest, I was married to somebody for 10 years, and at year 7, I realized, and it's crazy. At year 7, I realized I didn't even like this person. Year 1 through 6 of marriage, it was like, okay, this is working. I like him. I love him. He's the best thing that since sliced bread. And then year 7, it was like, I don't know who this is. I don't even like him. So I can't say. Do I want to experience that one day? Yeah.
Truth be told, I think everybody does. I think what you said you're looking for is the courtship part of it, right?
Right.
The courtship,
Nobody wants to chase.
Yeah. The courtship where y'all come into your house, come to the door, you want the flowers.
I don't care about flowers.
Open the car door for you. Pull your table out. Put your chair out the table. All that.
Those things are very chivalrous. And I will say that about this. Like, those things are romantic and they're chivalrous. But why not how about start with the basics? Like actually having a phone conversation instead of just texting me all day long. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, how about, to me, those are the basic things. It doesn't even have to start out with the flowers and the candy and popping up and all. No. How about call me, text me in the morning. Good morning. I want to wish you a beautiful day. Something very simple. Yeah. Don't get that either. I don't get none of that.
It's crazy though, like, because you have men that want to, like I said, I'm the romantic one. I like to do that stuff, but
yeah.
You at the same time, we don't want to feel like we're wasting our time. What's that song, Bugaboo?
Yes.
You want to do it, but you want to feel like you overdoing it because you don't want to be like, you think sometimes in the back here, you thinking that she thinking like, this dude keep calling me for, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
I get
it gets hard, yo.
I get it.
Somebody, Aiden, say can't put up. People don't want relationships; they want situationships.
Man, listen, situation shits.
Yeah, it just never work out. It's like I said it before. Like whenever you get with someone out of necessity, it doesn't work out because you love that person to death because they're fulfilling a situational need, and once they get to the point where like they don't need you to provide that need no more, all of a sudden they stop liking you.
And that's the unfortunate part. That's the sad and scary part is that they've gotten what they want. They've drained the blood from the turnip, so to say.
Yeah. And like as opposed to you like it's like I said before, that unconditional love. That love is love that doesn't leave no matter what. That unconditional love is going to stay with you. So I think if someone has that unconditional love, they'll be in that. It's been 7 years since I know you, and I still love you as strongly as that first day. Then I realized I love you. That's the unconditional love. It doesn't ask for nothing back. It just asks for you. You know what I mean?
Man, y'all heard it straight from Nas the Romantic's mouth. I mean, brother knows about romance.
I try.
But yeah, I think I am. I was talking to my best friend this weekend, and I was expressing some frustration just with everything that's going on in the world of dating. And I was like, everybody just wants, the people that I have met, rather, everybody just kind of wants instant gratification. There's so when you're gonna let me come over? Well, you don't even know my name. You don't know my real name. So I mean, literally, I had a guy like recently say something. He's like, "So what's your favorite drink?" Okay. Well, the funny thing is, as a matter of fact, he sent me a text message or sent me a DM, and he was like, "Hey, beautiful, how's it going?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm looking okay. He's handsome. Okay. Yeah, it's cool." I was like, "It's mighty cold out here." I was like, the statement that I made was, this is the type of night that you want to just bake some cookies, like some freshly made baked cookies, and just have cookies while you're watching TV and you're just, curled up or whatever. This fool says, "I sure would like to eat your cookies." That was the response that I got. That was the response that I got. And I was like, you know what? I can't win for losing. I
let go because I talk slick. So I've said shit like that, but like it wasn't like I wasn't being like real. I'm like, I'm making a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm joking. Like I told how you joke around and whatnot. I'm like, yeah, I like eat your cookies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I ain't like that. I'm like,
why did you just look like the?
It's like I said. You looking for a full course dinner, and everybody else looking for Burger King and McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? That quick rush.
Right. And for me, love has to feel like soul food.
Yeah.
That's what I want. Like I don't, it's you get your Wendy's, you get your McDonald's, you get your Burger King, and those things come very quickly, but they go through you as quickly as they come, especially if you get in Taco Bell. I am sorry, Taco Bell. I don't mean to put y'all on the spot like that, but as quickly as you eat it, the next morning you're gonna feel it coming out, and it's not pleasant, right? I don't want a Taco Bell kind of love. I don't want a Popeye's chicken kind of love. I want a Mama J's. By the way, if y'all haven't eaten at Mama J's in Richmond, y'all got to check Mama J's out, right? Mama J's is just straight up soul food, and you can tell the food has just been slow, just cooking. And I got to give a shout out to Mr. B's, because Mr. B's is off the chain too. That's also in Chester, Virginia. Make sure you go check them out too. They are not paying me to do this. Y'all should pay me to do this. So yeah, I want a cheddar biscuit. I want a cheddar biscuit kind of love, just that. I'm so sorry. Look, listen, y'all. Nas is on a strict like.
I wouldn't even say strict. I know, like I was hungry as hell. I got some Burger King for. Ain't that strict, but them cheddar biscuits sound good, man.
Listen, I just bought a box of them.
Oh,
I just bought 2 boxes of them. I plan on making them tomorrow.
Oh, shoot, mail me out too.
Hey, I got you. So, yeah, I want a slow cooking kind of.
Got it.
We got one.
Ding, ding, ding.
Jesus. So yeah, 2 to go. Our quota is 3. If we can get 4, We working with fish grease. We cooking with fish grease over here. So yeah, but yeah, that's the kind of love I want. I want to love that, that Gerald Levert talks about, like, that keep me all night, had me tired for work the next morning kind of love. And I'm not even talking about sex. I'm talking about just
you don't want to leave because that embrace makes you feel so good and comfortable and wanted.
Yes.
Yeah.
That I don't want to go to work this morning kind of love. That we stayed up all night long talking, not even texting. If you're not here, if we not together, we stayed up all night long FaceTiming kind of love, because he couldn't be here. But when he is here, we couldn't sleep last night because we were just up catching up on all the things that are going on in our lives. Definitely. The intimacy.
Definitely.
And I want y'all to be, and the thing is, when John B is talking about this song, one thing that I need y'all to understand is that he's not talking about sex. Not everything is about sex, right? He's talking about intimacy. Right. If you break intimacy down, it's into me see. You see into me. That's the kind of love I want. Can you honor my essence? Can you honor the essence of me? That's love right there. That's when I'm gonna want to be with somebody for 7 years.
Yeah. That love that's gonna keep you past 7 years. That's the 40th anniversary type love right there.
Listen, y'all, my parents are coming up on their 40th anniversary.
Damn, did I say it? Did I say it? Damn.
You said it. My parents are coming up on their 40th. They got five months to go.
Bless them, yeah.
Yeah, they got 5 months to go, and then they'll be coming up on their 40th anniversary. I have seen times where they wanted to choke each other out. Trust me.
Yeah, but that love keeps you there, no matter how mad you get. You know what I mean? It's a song by Mali Music called "Heavy Love." That album, I think it's the first album, the same album that has the song "Beautiful" on it.
Yes. Yeah,
it's an upbeat song, but he talks about having that heavy. It's called "Heavy Love." It's talking about that 2-year, 20-year, 30-year love, man. That's like one of the lyrics. He's like, yeah.
See, and Mali Music is, if you ask me, Mali Music's music is beyond its time.
Right.
It's before us.
Yeah.
Like, he's talking about stuff from the past, but his music is like ahead of us. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Like everything and the thing is, if you listen to his music, it's very crossover. It's very R&B, but it's also very gospel. It's very Christian. Like when he talks, like the song that he has with Jasmine Sullivan, "Love by You."
I haven't heard it. I gotta check that out.
Oh my God. Yeah. Make sure you check that song out. It's called "Love by You." And it's Mali Music featuring Jasmine Sullivan. Okay. So listen, speaking of just longevity and things just falling into place, and things that are nostalgic, like celebrating a 40th anniversary. We just talked about Irene Cara passing away. I had to sit back and think today of all the things that, like, I'm talking about like movies, because of course we hear fame. She said, "Fame, I'm gonna live forever." That is a hell of a lyric to write. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna learn how to fly.
She's right. She's right, because even though she's not here, look, we talking about her right now. We know about her music. We know about her performances on a big and small screen. So she lives forever.
She lives forever. Her music is always gonna live. So, of course, I had to try to, incorporate her into my top 5, right? I had to do it. I had to, right?
Yes.
So, y'all, it's time for Nika's top 5, and this is what I came up with for my Nika's top 5, and some of this is, I know it's gonna make y'all laugh. I know it's gonna make y'all laugh. So, starting out at number 5 on Nika's top 5. Oh, I gotta give y'all what the title is. Hold up a second. I haven't even told y'all what my title is, right? So tonight I want to talk about like the top 5 movies that are based on R&B or soul music that give that R&B and soul music feel. Plus, I have one bonus. You know, of course, I got to do an honorable mention.
Okay.
So, you ready to start? You ready to start?
I'm ready. Let's
All
get
right. Listen, number 5, I had to start with Sparkle. And I'm going to tell you why Sparkle is one of my favorite movies. And I'm not just talking about the old Sparkle, which was released back in 1976. I'm talking about the new Sparkle that was released in 2012. I can't believe that movie is 10 years old. Can you believe it?
I'm fly.
Listen, that movie's 12 years old. So, yeah, Sparkle was released in 2012, shortly after the death of Whitney Houston. I think Whitney Houston passed away in 2011, was it? I think it was 2011 that Whitney Houston passed. It might have been 2012. But for some reason, I'm thinking it was 2011. I'm sorry, it was 2012 that Whitney Houston passed away. February 2012, I believe it was, that Whitney Houston passed away. It was a few days. As a matter of fact, February 11th, I think it was February 11th, 2012. And y'all want to know how I knew that from memory? Because Brandy's birthday is 2 days before mine, and Whitney Houston passed away on Brandy's birthday, which is crazy. She passed away on Brandy's birthday. But back to the subject at hand. I had to say Sparkle as my number 5. And I had to say, give a little bit of background about this. Irene Cara, when she got that role as Sparkle, do you know she was 13 years old? So Sparkle in that movie, like the young lady who played Sparkle was only 13 years old when she got that part. Isn't that crazy?
How was her character supposed to be? How was Sparkle supposed to be?
She was a little bit older, because Jordan Sparks in the movie was a little bit older. Well, I mean, Jordan Sparks in the movie was a grown woman when she played that part, but
right.
She still played it, as kind of a very mature young lady, even if she was, say, like, late teens, early 20s. But I had to talk about it, and of course it featured Lynette McKee and DeJuan Smith, and Mary Alice was the mother. You remember Mary Alice? Mary Alice from Different World? Yeah. Like, it was like the first few seasons?
Yeah, the first, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She was like the school mom or whatever, right?
Yeah. She was like the hall monitor, or like, she was the one who was in the dorm, the dorm monitor or whatever. But yeah, she played the mother. And I'm gonna tell y'all something about why I love Sparkle, the old school movie, so much. Do y'all know that the music was produced and brought to you by none other than the late great Curtis Mayfield? Curtis Mayfield. Listen, legendary. So, and then of course they redid it in 2012, and it was featuring Jordan Sparks, Tika Summer, Carmen Ihogo, and Whitney Houston played the mom. And you want to know who was behind the creation of the remake of it? The recreation of it, rather. That's the word I was probably supposed to use. Mara Braca Keel. You know where you've heard that name? She's the creator of the show Girlfriends. So she was the one who was behind putting together 2012's rendition of Sparkle. Crazy, right?
Yeah. That's dope.
The more you know.
Yeah, right.
So number 4 on my list was none other than Dreamgirls, and I'm not talking about the old school Dreamgirls this time. I'm talking about new school Dreamgirls. Of course, we got to give old school Dreamgirls with Cheryl Lee Ralph and Loretta Devine. That's old school, but I'm talking new school. We got to bring it up to date. and
Beyonce.
that was Beyonce. You know, Beyonce, Anika Noni Rose, and of course Jennifer Hudson, and it had Sharon Leal in it. You know Sharon Leal from the Tyler Perry movies, and what else did she play in? This Christmas, which is probably going to be shown on your favorite network coming up here soon. Her name is Sharon Leal. She played on Why Did I Get Married? She was Tyler Perry's wife. And why Tyler Perry's character's wife, and why did I get married, and why did I get married too? Her name is Sharon Leal, but she replaced Jennifer Hudson's character. Her character replaced Jennifer Hudson's character when they removed Jennifer Hudson from the group. Remember when Jennifer Hudson or her character, who I can't remember her name now, when she got pregnant in the Effie. When Effie got pregnant in the movie and she left the group, they replaced her with Jennifer Leal's character. So had to give a shout out to Dreamgirls. And my favorite line from this, and not to mention, we don't talk about the fellas, because it's got Eddie Murphy, we had Jamie Foxx. I'm talking like an all-star lineup, right? My favorite part of this movie was when what's up? I see some come on, look, our brother Big A says good list. You ain't even heard the whole list yet right now. You got to get back on here, brother, so you can get in on this. But
yes, sir. Come on, man.
So my favorite part of that was when Eddie Murphy's character Jimmy, I can't remember his last name right now for some reason, when he was singing the song, and he was singing to both Anika Noni Rose's character and Dawn Lewis's character, because he was in love with both women. So he's like, go this way, and then he's looking this way because he's singing to both of them. That's probably one of my favorite parts of the movie. Yeah. Big A says good list. Big A, we need to get you back on here, my brother.
Yeah, man. You gotta get you up on here, man. Get in on this.
Right. Number 3 on my list is Purple Rain.
Classic.
Listen, that movie is a whole that movie is a whole classic. Okay, a whole classic. The movie was so good that the album that came from the movie just
that went beyond blowing up.
Listen, I mean, and not a song on there there is not a bad song on that album. I would die for you. You want to you. So the whole song, and not to mention When Doves Cry. And my understanding is that they told Prince, hey, we need one more song for this album, and he literally went home, wrote When Doves Cry, and came back the next day and was like, this is it. How
listen, if you look up musical genius in the dictionary, you see a picture of Prince, man. How on earth can you sit there and be like, you need the song? I got you.
Tomorrow. I'll come back tomorrow with it.
Come back with a whole song.
Tomorrow.
And then if the song becomes a hit.
Right. I mean,
and
the thing is, if you hit just that boom, 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 boom,
you already know what's coming on after that.
Right.
If you will, the picture.
Yeah.
9 days and kiss. Like, you already know, like.
Yes, you already know.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that gets me. It's like, we hear music and we don't even realize the background to that music sometimes. So, Prince and Purple Rain, I had to give a shout out. And of course, there comes Morris Day and the Time from that. From that movie. One of my favorite lines and one of my favorite parts of that movie was when Prince was singing to Apollonia. Prince was singing Jungle Love. Oh, we, oh, we, oh. Listen. No, my time song is Fishnets black pantyhose.
Oh yeah.
Big
Word.
legs. Show through the hose. That's my jam. Or actually, no.
Oh, there you go.
Number 2. My other one is Gigolos, Get Low in the 2.
Yeah.
That's my jam. So, number 3 was Purple Rain. My favorite part was when she goes into the performance. Apollonia goes into the performance, and she's sitting there. Big A said, "That's my song." Yes. So she's sitting there and she's like chilling, and he starts singing "Darling Nikki" to her, and she walks out, and he's like, "Come back, Nikki." Listen, her face was like this got me. Like, she literally had that face on. She knew she had messed up.
That's how you call somebody out.
All the time. Yes. Number 2 on my list, it has to be The Temptations. Ooh.
Ain't
So
nobody coming to see you, Otis.
ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
You wish you could work it like me.
Yeah, you wish. He was like, David Ruffin in. What's the names? I was like, did he just snap?
Oh man, look, hold. My favorite part is like they singing. He just walk up, get up on stage. He like, and David Ruffin, indeed, part of Temptation. He was mad as hell.
You know what? As bad as this sounds, my favorite part was when Paul was drunk and they tried to tell him not to get on stage, and he got on stage anyway. And he was like, when they were singing Psychedelic Shack, and he like completely messed up the song. He was like, "You got your fortune told." This Negro was drunk out of his mind.
They was looking at him like,
right. And he was like, ooh, 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 ooh. Like he was just, it was taking everything in him to like sing the song. So Temptations has to be, I mean, and for me, it's like to be able to get the real Smokey Robinson at the end of the movie to sing "I'm Gonna Miss You." Yeah, when he sang at Blue's funeral, and they showed that part of the movie. And I think in that movie you really get to see a lot of camaraderie. The good thing, the thing about the Temptations is one of those groups where I don't think they're ever gonna just go away. Of course, Otis is the only remaining Temptation left. He said, "Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis." Now,
let's see you now.
He's the only one left, right?
I ain't gonna say it.
Oh God. Oh God, I don't know. I don't know what was gonna come out of my brother's mouth, but no, you know, I say all that to say, like, you know, they got the Temptations review, where it's just like, you know, and the Temptations is, I mean, I'm talking about like the group. I'm not even talking about from the movie anymore. Just some of the stuff that they made, like "Stay till the morning, baby. Let me know. I want you." You know, listen. They still, like, the Temptations were still doing good stuff. Dennis Edwards.
My all-time favorite song from them is "Treat Her Like a Lady."
That song is not politically correct anymore. Light her cigarette if she smokes, even. Like,
if you're smoking, here you go, baby.
Light her. Are there women? Do women still? You can't light her a cigarette if she's smoking a Juul anymore. You know what I'm saying? If she, I'm just saying, and I don't condone any of that.
Say, here's your charger.
Let me charge this for you. And finally, my number one.
Okay, here we go.
The 5 Heartbeats.
5 Heartbeats.
And I had to tie between the 5 Heartbeats and the Temptations because I like both of them equally as good as the one is just as good as the other.
That's it's like it's a toss up. It's hard.
Right.
Right.
5 Heartbeats though.
You know, like, and it's crazy because like we celebrate the 5 Heartbeats like they're an actual band. Yo.
Right. And for those who didn't know, the 5 Heartbeats, the movie was based on the group The Dales.
Right.
And anybody who doesn't know who The Dales are, they're the group who made. Am I correct in saying they made Oh What a Night? Don't quote me on that. I know I got some Dales music in my give me a second. They did make Oh What a Night. And they're also the group that made A Heart Is a House for Love. I learned. Yes. Not to mention they made songs like Stay in My Corner.
Classic.
Classic. Classic. But yeah. And
you know
not
what
to
I was mad
mention
about though? I didn't mean to interrupt. You know what I was mad about though with the soundtrack?
what was that?
Like, remember the scene where Duck went to the church and he saw Eddie Kane?
Mm-hmm.
He saw him singing, him and Baby Doll singing I Feel Like Going On.
Yes.
That version is not on the soundtrack.
No, it's
I
not.
was like, wow. And that was
It's
like,
not.
that was so like, that pulls at your heart right there because you've seen the pain as well as the triumph in his voice, man. Like, it really brought that scene out. The emotion from that scene and that song was incredible.
Yes, absolutely. And you talk about the 5 Heartbeats. Like my song on that soundtrack was and I'm going to the soundtrack now. For some reason the song that always comes to my mind is In the Middle. You know, every time I try to leave,
that's
always
good.
come back in the middle again. Yeah. That is my jam. And of course, baby, stop running around with me, baby. So my favorite part of the 5, I got like too many favorite parts of the 5 Heartbeats. Of course, the most iconic part is Nights Like This. I wish raindrops would fall.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite parts of that movie is when Big Red had a bird hanging off the ledge. Yeah. And he was like, my office hours are from, and Bird was like, nah.
Oh, we did it.
We did it. We met our quota of Jesus. We got three. So yeah, that's
my favorite part from that movie is what's his brother's name? What's Duck's brother's name?
Oh my God. It was Duck and oh my God. You talking about Leon's character.
Yeah, Leon's character, and the other guy was singing this song, and the guy had his wife. And they both was singing. They was in competition with each other, but they was singing to the dude's wife, and the dude's wife got so overwhelmed she just Flash.
Yes. Flash. No, Flash wasn't. Yeah, Flash was the other dude, but the brother's name was
Yeah.
Oh my God. What is his name? I'm looking it up right now because for some reason it's like it's bothering me. So his name on the 5 Heartbeats, JT.
JT, right?
Yes.
JT and Flash was singing to this dude's wife, and they were in competition with each other. And they sat there, they sang their hearts out in front of this chick, and she just fainted. And the dude, man, got up and just left her there like this.
So, and you want to know one of my other favorite parts of the movie was when they were messing up the music and Duck like scooted the guy out the way, and the girl kept saying "boo boo," and she was chewing on the gum, and she was acting cute and everything. And she was like, "Boo these people," whatever. And then all of a sudden, Eddie King Jr. He was like scooted her out. You know, Duck scooted the dude off the piano, and he starts playing the piano. And old girl was like, was like, is she gonna be all right? Like, I don't know. Eddie started singing to her, and all of a sudden, she leaking. She's soaking wet. She leaking. Like,
yeah.
So
Ken said Nas and Hit Boy from bringing the 5 Heartbeats back.
Yes.
Hey man, listen, shout, big shout to that. Yeah, word.
Yeah. I'm excited about that. That would be cool. Yeah. So, honorable mention. I had to say something about what's love got to do with it. Because and shout out to my dad. Okay, you know what? I have got to pause this for a second. Shout out to my dad. My dad says my favorite is when Eddie and Baby Doll was singing in church. We just talked about that.
I was thinking like, shout out to you. Shout out to you for that one. Yeah.
And this is my mom. I'm so sorry. This is my mom, not my Gigi. So shout out to my mom. Mom, look, that 5 Heartbeats.
I was thinking like, that's my favorite part too.
Right. Yeah. So in that part, when it was just something about watching that salvation. You know what I'm saying? You saw him. The last time you saw him in that movie was at his lowest. He was at his lowest. I mean, he was at his absolute lowest. And then all of a sudden, you see him and he's in a different light. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And so shout out to my mom. So glad my mom was able to join us tonight. But my honorable mention tonight is what's love got to do with it. I had to say something about it. Don't hurt yourself, brother. Don't hurt yourself. But
he said eat the cake.
Yeah, he said eat the cake. Anime, eat the cake, anime. Eat the cake. He said you ain't gonna get it because you ain't got it. That's so my favorite, and everybody saying hey to my mom. Shout out to my mom. My mom is here. Love you. Thank you for all of your support for A&N or R&B, and Nika LaDean. Of course, she's my biggest fan. So I am the beauty on the scene. You know what I mean? That rhymes. So, but my favorite line from What's Love Got to Do with It. Anybody who doesn't know What's Love Got to Do with It, that's the movie of Tina Turner and Ike Turner and the start of Tina Turner. But I had to laugh because when it comes to, what's up, L? I see you on here. My mom, L says, what's up, Mom? Everybody says, hi, Mom. But I had to laugh because one of my favorite parts, my mom said, I like when she beat the hell out of Ike. Listen, that car scene, she was like, she looked at him, she said, don't start with me. She already knew. You already knew what was going to happen. She had a backbone at this point. She said, don't start with me. He better not start with her. And then he started with her. And what did she do?
That was a WWF match right there.
She
both
bit
walked
him.
in the hotel bloody and beaten.
Well, I was stampering like.
Yeah.
So
Judge Joe Brown. You know what? In the after party, I'm gonna get into that because Judge Joe Brown had a couple of things to say about Tina Turner that you won't believe.
Okay, I'm with it. Yeah, I gotta hear this.
Not everything is what it seems when it comes to these movies. I'll put it like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had to say something about that. But one of my favorite, L said his head was all bleeding when he got out the cab. It sure was, because she beat the hell out of him with that boot. She took her boot off and beat him with the boot. And then put the boot back on and walk, and heel was broke on the boot and everything. She just galloped up in there. It tripped me out how he pimped up in there. He was like so yeah, but my favorite part of that movie is not like a favorite part, but it's like a line that he said, and I was like, this is how you know how high Ike Turner was. When she had taken all those pills and she was on that ambulance and they were taking her to the hospital, he said, don't you die on me, Anime. Then he said, if you die on me, I'm gonna kill you. Bitch, I'll kill you. And that's how I knew that Ike Turner was higher than a giraffe's ass in that part, because he said, if you die on me, bitch, I'll kill you. said tried to knock the I off his name. Come on, brother. so yeah. So whoo, that is Nika's top 5 right there. That's
let me piggyback off that one.
okay.
Give you honorable mention. The New Edition story.
Listen.
The New Edition story.
And you know what? I love the New Edition story because the New Edition story was so long.
Yeah.
It was so long, and they had so much that they had to detail about it, because guess what? You had to talk about the beginning of New Edition. You had to talk about, New Edition when they actually included Johnny Gill. You had to talk about everything that came from the production side, how they were almost screwed over, or while they were, not even almost, but were screwed over by this.
Yeah.
And not only that, but you had to talk about BBD. You can't have BBD without New Edition, you know what I mean? Bobby Brown without New Edition, Johnny Gill without New Edition, Mr. Man with Sensitivity. Yeah,
you gotta give a big shout out to Ralph, because they wanted to keep Ralph and kick the other guys to the curb. And he was like, "Look, man, I don't get down like that. Like, if you gonna take me, you gonna take my crew too."
Yep.
So
like we come as a whole thing. Salute to Bobby's crack too. Listen.
Hey man, listen, when he dropped that coke on Soul Train and did that spin move, picked up like wasn't nothing.
I gotta find the YouTube link to that. I gotta find that.
Send it to you.
Yes, please send it to me. I gotta watch that. But we got some good hits, and we gotta give a huge shout out to Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis for all that they did for a New Edition. All they did for New Edition
was the truth.
Man, listen. Just any heartbreak. That and talk about like the song Boyz II Men.
Waste of potential.
Growing up can be a pain. And I love that song because I feel like Johnny kept it. I feel like Johnny didn't go church on him in that song. There's a few songs that Johnny Gill has done. Shout out to Johnny Gill. Salute to Johnny Gill.
Oh yeah.
But it's a few songs that Johnny Gill has done. Oh, by the way, I love Johnny Gill too because I'm right here in the DMV. I'm in DC, Southeast DC, exactly where Johnny Gill is from. My mom said this is. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess they're sharing. This is Dad. Shout out to my GG. So, who agrees with me that Bobby was the best singer in that group? Yes.
We gotta talk about that one. We got we have to go into a deep conversation on that one day because Bobby Brown is dope. Bobby Brown dope, bar none. But you had, of course, Ralph. Johnny.
I don't think Ralph. I just think Ralph was a crooner.
Yeah.
I just think Ralph was a crooner. Let me find out. Big A is coming back on the scene.
Playing with his nails.
I know, right? Like, is he filing his nails? Is he filing his nails?
Hey, there he is. Shout out to Big A.
And Big A agrees with me. Bobby was the best. Bobby was the best singer in New Edition. I agree. Uh-oh, we can't hear you, my brother. We cannot hear you, my brother.
No sound.
Something is going on with your sound right now. What's up with the sound? I don't know. You look like you fussing at us about cleaning our rooms and we got company over or something. I told you to clean your room. Brother. Come on now. We got to get it together. Nah, we can't hear you. We can read your lips though.
Now you look like this.
And by the way, if y'all can't hear my brother, I want y'all to pay attention to his shirt. My daddy would love that shirt. That is one of our favorite shows to watch.
Shout out to Fred Sanford.
Yes.
Give me that shirt, big dummy.
That this is love beyond compare. I I want my daddy's records. Okay. I want my daddy's records. Yeah, and so we gotta say join Big A and us. Absolutely. Make sure you join the A&N on R&B after party. We're gonna be live on Instagram. Make sure you are following us, liking and subscribing and sharing. Oh, what's your song of the week? We gotta close out. We have kept these people for an hour now, an hour and a minute to be exact.
Oh wow, a minute over time. All right, will we go first on this one?
Sure.
Okay. Since we talked about it, I was gonna save this for another waste of potential. But since we talked about the song earlier, I'm gonna give you "Heavy Love" by Mali Music.
Yeah.
Listen to that joint. It's an up-tempo joint, but it talks about that love that transcends that time, that transcends through the ups and downs, arguments, that traditional I'm gonna stay with you no matter what type love. It's not a ballad, it has one of those what to say, kind of like an island type beat if you listen to it.
Okay.
But it's an upbeat song, dope song. Listen to the lyrics, definitely. That's the song. That's my song of the week. Heavy Love by Mali Music.
Heavy Love by Mali Music.
Right.
Mali Music is just the man.
Yeah, dope.
Big A, can we hear you now? No, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Yeah, and shout out to my best friend. My best friend Jay is on. She says, yeah, Bobby was the best. Smooth, raspy, ad-lib, upbeat, slow tone. Listen.
Man, y'all just like Bobby because he was gyrating on the stage.
That is not true. That is not true.
He was the nasty one. You know? The nasty. Everybody sit up there, Mr. Telephone Man. Him gyrating on stage, he got nothing to do with the damn Mr. Telephone Man, but he up there gyrating his pelvis on the stage.
That is not why we like Bobby. I mean,
he's a dope singer too, though. I ain't gonna
no, for me, to me, he's the best singer in New Edition. But just that, I think about like, if I take you back in the room, spin you around. Not to mention the freaking Ghostbusters song.
Oh, that's when he dropped the coke on. Yeah.
That's the one he dropped the coke on.
Yeah. It was on my own.
Yeah. Oh my God, y'all! We cutting up, y'all. We are cutting up.
Oh, she said it's my prerogative.
It's my prerogative.
Do what you want to do. Yeah.
And if y'all notice in the song, in the title, he spelled that word wrong because there's no such thing as that word. And that's how you actually spell prerogative.
Yeah.
But yeah, he spelled it wrong. It's
my
prerogative. It's not a prerogative, it's a prerogative. So and L says Bobby was the Dave Ruffin of the group. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. He really was the Dave Ruffin of New Edition.
I gotta agree with you on that one. Definitely.
He was the Dave Ruffin of New Edition. My song of the week. And A&N on R&B says, shout out to Karev, who is working so hard behind the scenes, but he says Bobby Brown is the king and he fought Usher for the crown, literally.
Yeah, word. I heard about that.
So my song, my favorite song by my Gigi says my favorite, or my mom, I don't know which one it is. My favorite song by him is Rock With You. Oh, man, listen. That's another one. That's another baby making. That's a classic right there. Just that whole thing. My song that I'm going to encourage everybody to listen to is an old school jam. It is called Just Us by Frankie Beverly and Maze. It's called Just Us. Which, by the way, Frankie Beverly and Maze is my daddy's favorite group. And anybody who knows me very well has heard me say this before, but Frankie Beverly is my music crush. Y'all have heard me say it before. I say it again. Frankie Beverly is my music crush. So y'all gotta check it out. And I still can't hear you, my brother. And now you're frozen. Like, do you want to build a snowman? Come on, let's go and play.
Nah, like one of them 80s movies at the end of the credits. Like, we did it yet.
So Adiar said his song for you guys to check out is Alex Isley, Good and Plenty remix. We were talking about Alex Isley earlier. Alex, shout out to Alex Isley. Anybody who does not know, I know with my mom. I gotta tell y'all about my mom.
Taylor Swift.
Yes, my mama mama's a Taylor Swift. She's a Tay-Tay fan. Y'all don't understand, but that song, Shake It Off, that's her jam. Like, I don't know why my mama likes that song so much, but my mama loves Shake It Off by Tay-Tay. So my mama she's a Taylor Swift fan. And in R&B. Got number 4. Jesus. Yeah, so back to Alex Isley. Alex Isley is the niece of the legendary Ronald Isley and is also the daughter of legendary Ernie Isley. And the sister can sing. No. She can't sing. She can sing. So we gotta make sure you shout out, check out Alex Isley, Good and Plenty. The original has Masego on it. And we try to figure out who Big A is talking to. Who is Big A talking to? Because he ain't talking to us. Because it's just us talking. Just say, like, I mean, we talking Frankie Beverly, just us, you know. So yeah, make sure you check out those songs and make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. You can follow us right here on YouTube. Look, it's right there below. Like, subscribe, comment, share.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Shout out to Kiana. That's one of my people. She told me this week she watches the podcast. She liked that. She shared with everybody.
Yay.
That is beautiful. Love you for it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for all that you do and your support for A&N on R&B. My brother Big A, we're gonna get your mic together in a minute. You know, we're gonna have to get his mic together in a minute. But thanks to everybody for checking us out tonight. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and comment. And shout out to Heritage Hip Hop one more time for all that you do for A&N on R&B.
Definitely. Make sure you join us for the
after party on Instagram. And you can find us at A&N on R&B all over the place. So until next time, my name is Nika LaDean. I am the beauty on the scene, and my brother Big A, who had to leave us suddenly. But I'm also here with my brother,
Dr. Romantic.
And until next time,
I'll be thinking of you.
peace.